Tell 'em about your engineering experience.
Oh, okay. So I originally started college as an engineering tech major, and I had this kind of uh thought in my mind that like since a bunch of people in my family have done engineering, and I was like, oh, like I should do engineering. It's like kind of my path. Like it's kind of already carved out for me. And so I started doing it, and first year I kind of did all of my gen eds, got those out of the way, so I really didn't do much with my major first year.
Mm,
But then I started uh getting into my actual major classes, and maybe it's the university that we go to, because it doesn't have that big of an engineering program, but I just wasn't enjoying it as much as I thought I would. And I feel like it's better to figure that out sooner rather
then
than
later?
later.
Oh, yeah.
uh because like even in your junior year you can still switch majors, and you might have a lot of catching up to do, and you might have to take summer classes and stuff like that. But you definitely don't want to graduate with a degree that you don't enjoy doing, because then you'll get stuck with a job that you don't enjoy doing. Because then that's basically your whole career is doing something that you don't enjoy, and that wasn't something that I wanted for myself. Like, regardless of how much like you would get paid as a certain type of engineer, to me that wasn't necessarily worth it.
Mhm.
Um and so that's why I kind of switched, cuz it wasn't about like the money, or um like going on the path that was kind of set for me, that I felt like, and like nobody forced me to go into it. It's just one of those things where I kind of felt like I had
Yeah.
to. And um yeah, so I switched over to Luke's major, engineering tech, which deals a lot with this
Career tech?
type of stuff. Yeah, like editing and sound design and stuff like that. And that stuff I find I'm a lot more passionate about. And so I can work harder and enjoy myself. It doesn't really feel like work necessarily.
Mhm.
It is more just like, oh, I'm getting paid for like doing my hobby, even though it's like also a job
Yeah.
kind of thing, if that makes
Well, that's
sense.
how it should be.
Yeah. So uh in like the the workload in engineering or in any STEM major is gonna be like pretty hefty for the most part.
Mhm.
Um Also depends on where you go. Obviously, some big prestigious university is gonna have you do a lot more work to get that degree,
Yeah.
because it means more.
Mhm.
But um the workload wasn't necessarily bad for me. I just didn't enjoy it. So that's mainly why I switched.
I knew what you liked to do versus what you were
Yeah.
forcing yourself to do. I was just like, "Logan, man, you should change.
Yeah.
You should do what you like."
And I'm still like finishing out my
Yeah, you still got it.
my classes right now. So right now, in the current moment, I'm still finishing up the classes that I had for engineering
Mhm.
for this semester. So next semester I actually start um with my new degree.
Yeah.
And so like I'm just trying to struggle through the rest of it. Like I said, the work isn't like hard. I just don't enjoy doing it. So every time I'm like, oh damn, here we go again. Gotta do more stuff.
I'm gonna be real, I don't know anyone likes to do like, you're over here if anyone knows what, like, AutoCAD is, it's like a platform that, um, engineers use now that,
You
like
basically draw with it.
yeah, you draw up a schematic of whatever you're creating, um, and it's like a 3D object, it's AutoCAD.
Yeah.
So,
Well that's yeah. There's AutoCAD and Inventor,
yeah,
but they're like pretty similar.
okay.
Inventor is like the 3D
Oh,
one.
okay,
This is like really technical. I don't know why
yeah.
I'm getting this deep into it,
Um,
but
but he's over here every week for whatever reason, they're making them hand draw, like, objects and from a different position, like, it'd be like a block form that's like a staircase or something, they have to
mhm.
redraw it from, like, 30 degrees right or some bullshit.
Yeah, they give us a point of view and then we have to draw it. But if the x-axis is rotated 90 degrees and like the z-axis is rotated
Mhm.
like negative 90 degrees and
It's
like
just dumb, no one
whe-
does this anymore.
whether you think that helps or not, I don't believe so
It's just no one
because
uses it anymore.
yeah, it's a very primitive way of doing things because, you know, a week or two after that, we started drawing that stuff in Inventor, doing the 3D stuff.
Yeah.
And so I don't think that really benefited me
Mhm.
to help draw it up in Inventor. So some of their ways are a little more primitive than I think they should be.
He's also using, C sharp,
But
which
the 2015
the
version,
2015 version of C sharp, which no one well, 1, it's 2015 version,
yeah.
that's a different problem, but 2, I know no place that uses C sharp. They use
Mm-mm.
Python, they use C++,
Java.
HTML, Java, JavaScript. Those are what people use. Creatives usually use Java, JavaScript, and, HTML if you're, like, web design stuff. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they use Python and C++ really. I think they sometimes use C++, but even for engineers, they usually use Python. Like,
Right.
they don't fucking no one uses C sharp.
2015 C sharp.
No, I just remember you telling me your professor pulls up this top 25 coding languages to learn, scrolls down to the bottom of the list and goes
Yeah,
like, "Look, we're on here, guys."
we're
Like
on
number
here.
22 or whatever.
Yeah. If you're using C sharp, fair enough, but why use the 2015 version if you can use the most up to date version?
Hey man, this school doesn't have the budget. They do, but they don't use it on buying
Yeah.
new because you need the program, right? They don't buy the new
Yeah.
program.
Yeah.
That's too much of a bother.
Too
Too much of a
too
bother.
much of a bother.
That's
Yeah, what the
wasted
hell?
money. We could pay our president of the university more. Our president of the university gets paid more than the president of the United States, which I find a little fucking weird, but maybe that's just me.
Little weird.
I mean, I think I know which one's more stressful, uh, just off the fact of like how big the scope is.
I don't know. Them college parties get out
Those
of
college
hand,
parties,
man.
man. Oh, they're crazy.
A lot for them to handle.
It's not even like they do anything. The one time I've seen the president of the university acknowledge a party was when the Nelk boys were here.
Yeah.
That like 2 years ago, and that was the and he's like, I am very disappointed. He stepped down. That guy's not here anymore. But anyway,
He stepped
he
down
was very
right
disappointed.
after that.
Yeah, we weren't even here yet. I just remember seeing the clip. It was just kind of funny.